Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. It's Learning Hunt. Today we will learn about the CSS height, width and size property. So before starting the video, if you want to learn HTML and CSS from basics, so the HTML and CSS playlist link is in the description below. You can start from there. So let's start today's topic, that is the CSS height, width and the size property. So here is my the Visual Studio Code here, and here is my the HTML page, and I create here a new file, that is new CSS file, and attach this file with this link tag in the head section of the HTML. Okay, so for applying the height width property, so let's create a div element here. I give the div element name, that is the outer div. Okay, I give the create a div element and give the class name, that is the outer div. I copy this class name and paste it here. Now I apply the some height property and also the width property. So here is the, you can apply the height. Here is the view height property, that is the height you seeing on the screen, that is called the view height, and the width you seeing on the screen, that is called the view width. So let's apply that. So I create here, I write here the height will be the 100 view height, or the width will be the 100 view width. Okay, so I give the background color so you can see that the height and width easily. So I give here the background is yellow. Okay, now save this file and refresh your page. Now you can see that the height you seeing on your screen, that is the view height, that all the height is covered, and the width you see on the screen, that is the view width. And this is the height and width property. Now you can see that if you minimize the screen, that is the, if this is also the same, the height is not increasing or not decreasing, width is also same. The height you seeing on the screen, that is the view height it covers, and the width is also it's covered. So let's create one more div element in the between of this outer div. I create one more div element here and give the class name, that is the inner div. Okay, now I save this file and copy this class name. I give the class name here. Now I give the height for this, and she has a height for this div element, that is 50 view height, because 50 view height I give here, and the width I give the 100 view width. Okay, now I give the background color, background color I give the red. Okay, now you can see that the height it cover the half of the view height. Okay, so the height is cover the half of the view height, and the width is cover the 100 view width. So in that way you can deal with the view height and the view width property. Okay, so let's apply the pixel property. So I create a one more div element in the between of that, that is dot outer pixel. Okay, I create a class name here. Now I copy this class name. Now I write here, so I give here the class name, I give here the height will be, I want here the 500 pixel, and the width width I give here the also the 500 pixel. Okay, now I give the background color will be the blue, blue. So if I save this file and refresh my page, now you can see that the this is the third div element here, and it covers the 500 height, 500 pixel of the height, and the 500 pixel of the width. Is this is the size of the 500 pixel. Okay, so for understanding better, let's create a one more div element, that is the inner inner pixel. Okay, I copy this class name and paste it here. Now I give the height here. The height for my fourth heading is the 50%. I write here the 50% height of the third heading. Okay, and the width is the 50% also. 50% also. Now I give the background color. Background color is red. So the fourth heading is occupy. The fourth heading, I save this file, and here the fourth heading is occupy this blue heading, half of height and the half of width, because the fourth heading is inside the third heading. Okay, so the third heading's height is the 500 pixel and width is also the 500 pixel. Then the fourth heading, fourth element heading, sorry, fourth element's height will be the 250 pixel, because the 500 pixels 50% is 250 pixel and the width is also the 250 pixel. Now you can see that the fourth heading is appear in the third heading, and its the height is the 50% of the third element, and width is also the 50% of the third element, that is the 250 pixel here, 250 pixel height and width. Okay, so this is the pixel in the, this is the pixel and the percent. So with the pixel and the percent you can deal with that. Okay, so let's create some font size after the div element. Okay, so I create here the heading, that is, this is my CSS tutorial 10. Okay, now I save this file and I give the class name, that is, I give the class name, that is the first heading, first first. Okay, now I save this file and I copy this class name and I first give dot and then paste it. Now I apply the font size property for that. So there is the font size properties here. There is the 16 there is the 16 pixel is equal to the 1 rem. 16 pixel is equal to the 1 rem, and the 16 pixel is also equal to the 1 em, and the 1 rem and 1 em is nearly about the same, but it's not equal. Okay, so I make this comment line here, the both line. So let's apply the rem, em or pixel. Okay, so I give the font size here, the font size I apply the 2 rem. Okay, I apply the font size, that is 2 rem. Now I refresh my page and here you can see that my third heading, sorry, my first heading is appear and this font size is the 2 rem. Okay, now I create here one more, I copy this heading. Okay, now I paste it here. Now I change this class name, that is second. Okay, now I save this file and sorry, second, second. I give the font size, that is the here I give the 2 rem, then the 2 rem is equal to the 16 pixel. 2 rem is equal to, sorry, 1 rem is equal to the 16 pixel, then the 2 rem is equal to the 16 into 2 is 32 pixel. So I give here the 32 pixel, and now I save this and check whether the both heading is equal, same size is not. So you can see that the both heading is same size. Okay, both heading is same size. So let's apply the em property. So the REM and EM is nearly about same, but it's not equal, because the while EM is relative to the font size of the direct or nearest parent, or REM is only relative to the HTML font size. EM gives the ability to control the area of a design as the scale, the type, that specific area relative, and the REM gives the relative of the scale type that you can control the entire page with the help of REM. Okay, so let's create one more heading here. Now I create one more heading and I give, that is the third heading. Okay, now I save this file and copy this class name. I paste it here. Now I give the font size, that is font size is also I give the 2em. Then you can see that the both first and second and third, the all three headings will be the equal, because the one rem is equal to the, sorry, 2 rem is equal to, is nearly about equal to the 2em, and the 2 rem is also equal to the 16 pixel, and there is the 1 em is also equal to the 16 pixel here. 16 pixel is also equal to the 1 em. So in that way you can deal with your height, width and the size property. So if you learn something today, then give a thumb, press the bell icon and subscribe my channel to get more.